And in Eulerian description system, we consider always final coordinate system. Next, co-moving derivative. This is nothing but relation between operators used in many system of deformation. This is equally important like epsilon del identity in chapter first of continuum mechanics. And last, continuity equation. This is based on mass preservation principle and standard form we getting of continuity equation both for Lagrangian description, Eulerian description and vice versa also. The topic chosen by me is a part of MDS University syllabus of MSc Mathematics 4th semester of the paper of continuum mechanics. This is in a syllabus. Today we are touching the points Lagrangian and Eulerian description of deformation of flow, the co-moving derivatives, velocity and acceleration, the continuity equation in our lecture. Continuum mechanics is a branch of mechanics that deal with the analysis of the kinematics and the mechanical behavior of materials. Model as a continuous mass, that is an important term, continuous mass rather than as a discrete particle. The French mathematician Augustin Louis Cauchy was first to formulate such model in 19th century. 19th century means the subject is not so old. Continuum mechanics may be seen as a symbol of modern mechanics which differ greatly from the current physics. The two often, current physics and modern physics, the two often being mixed up by the people or even scientists. Now the introduction part. In the earliest stages, in the 16th or 17th centuries, mechanics is generally regarded as the central part of physics, while also falling underneath another umbrella that is known as natural philosophy. And the other part of the physics are nature of light, electric and magnetic field. Generally physics earlier centuries में दो part में divide थी, modern physics and other physics, that is light, electricity and magnetic field. Then when Isaac Newton gives or established the three fundamental laws of motion, it was paved for people to understand the nature and change of the world in manner quite different than ever before, and a drastic change occur in the physics. However, in the situation change a bit since around 1900 when mechanics find wide application in engineering. We are also studied all engineering type application in continuum mechanics, while physicists goes deeply into a tiny atomic world. Atomic world means we are studied here molecular structure also. We inbuilt the molecular structure theory also here. Modern mechanics is then form and depart from modern physics, both however sharing a common mechanical base in regime of Newtonian mechanics or classical mechanics. Now we come to our main title, analysis of deformation in a continuum. Here we first try to clear the term continuum. In mathematically, continuum stands for continuous plus medium. Or in definitional way, matter is considered as a continuous distribution of mass. That is important here. Continuous distribution of mass. As earlier we also seen, continuous, not in discrete nature. Of mass, neglecting intermolecular gaps, voids, or sometimes holes. Whenever the distance between the molecular structure, molecules, is tightly packed, it is known as solid. Whenever it is packed, simply it is liquid. And whenever it is loosely packed, it is known as gas. In continuum mechanics, solid is a different term, liquid and gas comes under the fluid. Next, validity of concept of a continuum. Here we studied a Nernst number, that is a dimensional ratio, Kn is equal to dimensionless ratio, Kn is equal to lambda over L. Lambda is mean free path, means distance between molecules before collide. L is characteristic dimension of the system. Any characteristics like diameter, temperature, as depend on the system, as we are consider which property we are consider. So Kn is lambda by L, and the condition is Kn is less than equal to 0.01, then concept of continuum is valid, otherwise not exist. What the mean is, lambda should be 100 times greater than, L should be greater than 100 times than lambda, then only continuum concept is exists. Why continuum concept of continuum? As a consequence of continuum approach, fluid properties such as density, viscosity, thermal conductivity, temperature, etc. can be expressed as a continuous function. That again continuous function of space and time. We already taking continuous mass, continuous medium, now continuous function of space and time. It means always whenever we study anything in the continuum mechanics, we need always continuous. Such study of behavior of matter can be accomplished by applying the classical law of mechanics, thermodynamics, etc. that related the properties of matter at a point. That is important word, at a point. A material that can be treated this way is called the continuum. इस तरह की स्थिति जब भी हमारे पास आएगी, उस तरह पॉइंट्स पे हम किसी चीज के लिए पढ़ेंगे, इन सब लॉज को वैलिड करते हुए, तो वो कंटिन्यूम कहलाएगा. एंड स्टडी ऑफ डिस्क्राइबिंग the behavior of such material is called continuum mechanics. The first term, continuum, is clear by this slide. Next, we are taking deformation in a continuum. Deformation of continuum. For deformation of continuum, we need three interrelated parameters. These are point, particle, and configuration. Let there be a point P that is fixed in the space. Next, this is a particle or having a small volumetric element. Next one is configuration. When we are able to define the location of point P under the axis system, it is known as configuration. Here we are studying two types of configuration, that is reference configuration and current configuration. Reference configuration this time present or initial coordinate system. Whenever we move some particle in different way, that is known as reference coordinate system. Deformation in a continuum. Next term, deformation in a continuum. Deformation in continuum mechanics is the transformation of a body from reference configuration initial stage pe, this is an initial stage, to a current configuration. This is current configuration. After किसी भी पार्टिकल पे हम डिफॉर्मेशन को यूज करेंगे तो उसकी शेप में जो चेंजेस होगा वो यहां पे हम शो कर रहे हैं. तो ये डिफॉर्मेशन इनिशियल स्टेज पे ऐसा पर्टिकुलर सेल लिया है हमने. इस सेल को आफ्टर डिफॉर्मेशन हमने यहां देख रहे हैं, तो ये रेक्टेंगुलर पैराप्लॉइड बन रहा है यहां तो, और यहां पे ये शेप चेंज हो रही है. ये रेक्टेंगुलर नहीं है, कर्वीलिनियर हो गया है. तो इनके बीच में जो ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन हम फाइंड आउट करेंगे अंडर डिफॉर्मेशन, दैट इज नोन एज कंटिन्यूम मैकेनिक्स. ए डिफॉर्मेशन में बी कॉजेज बाय एक्सटर्नल लोड्स. जब तक हम बाहर से कोई फोर्स या कुछ और चीज नहीं देंगे, डिफॉर्मेशन एग्जिस्ट नहीं करता है. बॉडी फोर्स हो सकता है, ग्रेविटी हो सकता है, इलेक्ट्रोमैग्नेटिक फोर्स हो सकता है, और समटाइम चेंजेस इन टेम्परेचर, अगर हम थर्मोडायनेमिक्स में बात करेंगे तो मॉइस्चर कंटेंट और केमिकल रिएक्शन एक्सेट्रा. Next example is, we have taken a thin small rod, and when bending it in a type of this loop, this is known as another example of deformation in which length of rod is preserved, but molecule in between this may be disturbed in the deformed shape, preserving the length. So what is the mean of deformation? Anything should be preserved. In the first case, volume is preserved and molecule disturbed in deformed shape. Similarly here, this is a length of rod is fixed, but after deform, molecule disturbed, which may shown by you in an example. This is in a rod. These 2 points, some molecules, these 2 points, when we deform this in this shape, these 2 molecules come closer under this case. and length is preserved. So structure of molecule disturbed. Such a study we are doing under continuum mechanics. The same thing in this system. This may shown by a balloon. We are drawing this structure in the balloon. Now we deform this. Now this cell become curvilinear, while volume is remain preserved. Okay. So this is deform shape. Deform under certain limit. Extra deformation टूट जाएगा. So this is deformation. So clear deformation. और अगर ये continuous medium में हो रहा है तो deformation in a continuum. Next. This chapter on displacement and deformation, continuum mechanics में इस chapter को heart of continuum mechanics कहा जाता है. And the next which cover deformation gradient are the center of art. That's why I have chosen this topic for today's presentation. The deformation gradient is used to separate rigid body translation, rotation, deformation, which are source of stress. The discussion below with the definition of deformation gradient is the process of rigid body translation, rigid body rotation, combinedly deformation and rotation, as you are earlier studied the complex analysis under the conformal mapping. You are seeing translation, rotation, magnification and combination of there. The same thing happen here. Here we have taken again undeformed shape, deformed shape. The coordinate system of undeformed shape is showing by capital S and deformed shape by small x. And we give the definition of solid, liquid, gas again in the form of deformation. Classification of continuous media. A continuum that required external force to maintain its deformed shape is known as solid. And examples are elastic, thermoelastic, viscoelastic and plastic, etc. A continuum that doesn't require external force to maintain its deformed shape is known as gas, liquid. When it is highly compressible, it is gas. When it is incompressible, it is liquid. Now deformation gradient. The deformation gradient is the derivative of each component of the deformed vector x with respect to the each component of the reference x vector. Reference means initial reference system. This one x, this is small x. So Fij, first derivative is called gradient, defined as del xi over del capital Xj, and this when given the value of I and j we get this matrix. A slightly altered calculation possible by nothing the displacement vector u. What is displacement vector? Final displacement minus initial displacement. This may be rewritten as displacement on deformed axis x plus u. So f is nothing but this value substitute in this del by del x, x plus u, del x over del x becomes conical in tensor notation, and this is del u over del